They
Hello, welcome. Welcome. It is a Thursday, and we are here with Gabriela once again. Hello, Gabriela.
Hello. Hi,
Yay!
hi. Nice to see you.
I love your cheery kind of orange shirt. It's so perfect, but still very bright and nice. I like
Yes. Very
I like it.
autumny. Yeah, very
Mhm.
autumn, pumpkin, thinking pumpkin spice here.
Yeah, we've all been thinking pumpkin thoughts for a while, but I love it very
Yes,
much.
yes, yes, very
And
pumpkin.
yes, hello everybody. I'm Amber. I will be taking your questions. So if you have any questions, and we would love to hear them. We always love to hear them, but especially today, because today Gabrielle is going to be showing off the Vanishing Cream, showing how it works in a couple different ways, which is going to be really cool. But also, she's here to answer any questions you have about the new Bésame skincare essentials. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat at any time. We also have some questions
Yes,
from Instagram, so we'll be doing some of those as well, but we definitely want to hear what you think for you guys that are
yes,
here and joining us right now. So wonderful. So Gabriella, yes, with the Vanishing Cream, can you just
yes.
give a quick overview of what Vanishing Cream is for people that are new to the idea?
Sure. So vanishing cream basically is kind of like a precursor to our primers. It was used primarily to help powder adhere to the face. So ladies used to use it, put it on, and then put on their powder, and it would help the powder kind of stick to the face because they mainly had loose powders. So that's the way they kind of made their foundation at the time, is by layering on a cream and then putting the powder on top. So vanishing cream was kind of a matte finish cream, so it didn't have shine, and then it would have enough tack though, so that um, the powder would stick to it. So it was always a more of a matte finish, and that's why it was called vanishing, because it seemed to vanish from your skin when you put it on because you couldn't see it. Um, so that's basically what a vanishing cream is, and our version is a kind of uh, a step, above and ahead in technology of the same type of concept, but using more modern materials. So it's a great primer type cream. So it moisturizes, it primes the skin for your makeup. It can mix with makeup to dilute it if you like.
Mhm.
And it also has a nice matte finish. So you can put makeup on top of it and it won't be greasy or cause any breakouts or anything like that. It also helps with redness and controlling redness and evening out the skin tone before you put on your makeup.
Yay, excellent. And so with these, I love that it's taking this, vanishing cream, this idea that kind of hasn't been around for a while, and yet it is
Mhm.
still a totally modern formula with very
Yes,
natural, really effective ingredients in it. So it's just kind of the best of both worlds, which I think is so cool about that for sure. Yay. And then I
yes,
had one
yes,
question from Instagram that a
sure.
couple people asked. For vanishing cream, you can use it as a primer. Can you also use it as just a moisturizer?
You can, if you like the more of a matte finish. So if you don't want the cream to leave you kind of a dewy type finish, you can use it as a day cream. We also have day cream, which is coming out next week. So we have a day cream if you need more moisture. You can use a cream that's more of a cream instead of a primer. But vanishing cream is also a moisturizer. It's not a dewy finish moisturizer. So if you like more of a matte finish to your face, you can use the vanishing as a very lightweight. It's very light and watery type feel. of a moisturizer. So it's particularly nice if you have oilier skin because it's not greasy at all.
Yeah. And a couple other people asked if they don't wear a lot of makeup right now, can they still just use Vanishing Cream, even though they're not putting makeup on top of it?
Oh yes, it's great because it'll even out the skin tone. It'll get rid of some redness, and it leaves the skin with a nice kind of non-shiny type finish. So it's really nice,
Yeah.
even if you're going to be on a Zoom call or something like that, but you don't want to put on makeup. It's great to put something like this on because it just refreshes the face.
Yeah, and it's
Mhm.
very lightweight. Like the finish of the
Yes,
Vanishing Cream, it really does feel like it just like vanishes into your skin because you can feel the results,
yes,
like your skin feels more moisturized, but it doesn't
yes,
leave any kind of like residue or anything like that on the skin at
yes.
all, which
It's
is
very
very
watery.
cool.
Yeah, it's very watery and refreshing feeling. So it's
Yeah.
really nice if you feel dry or parched too.
Yeah. We had a
Mhm.
question from Weird Dream. Like,
Yes.
what are the other skincare products that you'll be bringing out?
Well, we have the day cream coming out next week, I think, and then the night cream, which is a very, very moisturizing, thick night cream. So if you really need the moisture, you have really dry patches, the night cream is great for that. So that will be coming out the week after. So we have day
Okay.
cream and night cream coming out very, very soon.
Yay, wonderful. And there might be more things eventually, but that's kind of it's
Yes.
the essentials, right? Like that's kind
Yes.
of
Oh,
the
yes.
main basics of what you need for your skincare, and you
Yes.
kind of have your bases covered.
Definitely. Definitely.
And then we had one more question, and then we can get to demonstrating some of the Vanishing Cream
Yes.
stuff. But when it comes to Vanishing Cream and Cold Cream, we had a
Yes.
question about when is the best time to use them? So what order in the skincare routine would it be best to use those?
Well, the cream is a cleanser, so you would use that if you want to clean the face. So you would use it in the evening to get your makeup off and cleanse your face. And then in the morning, if you would like to cleanse your face again, you can use a little bit of the cold cream if you want to just wash your face and get rid of extra oils and things like that. And then after you cleanse your face, then you would use your vanishing cream before you applied your makeup. If you needed to use a moisturizer in between, or if you use serums or something like that, you would use that before you put on the vanishing cream,
So Vanishing Cream is the last step before makeup during the
before your
day.
makeup. Yes.
Great. Excellent. We had a question earlier as well, asking if any of our skincare is going to have SPF, and it won't. There's no SPF in any
No,
of these creams or the day, or obviously not the night
no.
cream, but not there
Yeah,
either.
we yes, I don't have SPF on any of these, and it's because SPF is kind of changing now. We have a lot of changing regulations in the state and in the country for which chemicals are allowed in SPF, and that is it's rapidly changing. And if you would like to be up on what the new regulations and what is going on with SPF, check out the FDA website and you can get information on what the current state of SPF is and which formulations have been banned and which chemicals have been banned and which ones we are still able to use. So things are kind of evolving in that. So until we find a really good way to do it, we have not pursued it into our formulas.
Yeah. And a couple of little quick ones. What's the shelf life of these creams? The shelf life is about a year on our box.
Yes,
They're good for
yes,
about 12 months.
yes, 12 months, yes,
And it's good, and they stay good longer if you use a little spoon and keep that clean
yes.
instead of putting your hands into it, which I'm always tempted to
Definitely.
do. And I go, use a spoon.
Yes.
It's so
Yeah,
cute.
definitely. Yes. Yes.
And quick question, then we'll get to the Vanishing Cream demonstration. But
Hmm.
Samantha wanted to know what lipsticks are we wearing today? So which lipstick are you wearing, Gabriella?
I'm doing Victory Red today.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm actually wearing the Poppy Cream Rouge as
Ah,
lipstick. So
okay. That's
yeah, they
cool.
make
That's great.
Yeah, they work. It's so good. And it's a very cool, it's a very neat color. I really like it as lipstick as well. I'm wearing
Awesome.
it on my cheeks
Yeah.
as well. Yay, lovely. Cool. So please keep your questions coming. Gabriela, yeah, let's see the Vanishing Cream in action a little bit here.
Awesome. So I wanted to show you a little bit about vanishing cream and how you can mix it with your foundations to make your own tinted moisturizers. A lot of creams are not easily mixed with your foundations because your foundations are all different types. You have oil-based foundations and more watery foundations. So it's hard to find something that will mix with all of these things and thin them if you wanted to use them as a tinted moisturizer. So let me show you what you can do with vanishing cream. So let's see.
Yeah.
So let's open up the cream here. So take off the disc first here. And I have three different foundations here. So these two foundations here, this is a very, very moisturizing type foundation that is like heavier coverage, but it's got a lot of moisture, a lot of oil in it.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of middle of the road, but also a very oily foundation. And then this is kind of a more watery foundation from your general market type, less
Hmm.
expensive foundations. So you can thin all of these with vanishing cream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of the cream in in my palette here. If I can move it over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, there you go.
There we
That's
go.
perfect.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
that's
So
perfect.
I'm gonna put a yeah. So I'm gonna put a little bit of cream on here, so I can show you how to achieve this. Uh, so
And I love that
I'm
you get
just
to
use
see how it works with the different styles of foundation. Because I'm sometimes like, oh, all liquid foundations are the same. And like, nope, they're very
yeah,
different.
yeah, no, this is a very expensive one that it's the La Mer foundation here. Uh,
Ooh.
it's very, very uh, oily, kind of
Hmm.
moisturizing. So it's got a lot of oils in it, and it's heavier coverage. So I'm going to use a little bit of that foundation here. You can see. So I took a little bit of the foundation there. This one is from Hourglass, and it's also a more expensive foundation that has a lot more coverage too.
Hmm.
Also, kind of a little bit more oily, not as much as this one, but again, kind of a more oil-based type foundation.
Hmm.
So let's put some of that. And then we have this one, which is a little bit more watery, kind of the oil-free type of foundations and from drugstore brands. Uh, so, so you can see I have three different types of foundations here. Um, so we're gonna mix each one, and you'll see that you can make your own tinted moisturizer depending on how much of the foundation you use and how much of the cream. So I
Hmm.
usually just mix this on my hand if I'm gonna apply it. Just put a bit of foundation here, put a bit of cream, rub it, mix it, and then just apply.
Uh-huh.
But you can do it on a palette if you like as well. So I'm gonna mix this one first. This is the La Mer one, so you can see. Um, so you see that it mixes right away. It now it's a lot lighter than it was, the foundation. So I can go ahead and wear this as a tinted moisturizer instead of a full foundation. So I
Yeah.
can show you right here. See, it's a lighter coverage kind of foundation
Yeah.
now instead of
That's so nice.
what it was before, which was very high coverage. Um,
And
the
it
next
doesn't, you
one,
can tell that it doesn't
yeah,
break down with
it
the
doesn't break
foundation at
down
all.
or
It just mixes
anything. It's
right
exactly,
in.
yeah, it mixes right in, and I can apply it right away on there. So if I put it straight on, it would be a lot more coverage. I can show you here a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so you can see that it covers quite a bit if I
Hmm.
put it on. And it's a bit shinier. You can see how it's got a bit more sheen to it.
Yeah.
But when I mix it with the moisturizer, see, it's got a lot lighter
Hmm.
finish, and the texture of it will dry down so that it's not as much of a sheen. So instead of fuller coverage, I can do a very light coverage on the hand here. I don't know if it's you can tell,
Yeah.
but
And it,
you can thin it quite a bit so that you
yeah.
can get a very light coverage of it, so that you know, for everyday use, if you wanted to use your more expensive foundations as a daily kind of tinted moisturizer, you could just do this and use a drop of the foundation and just do your face with that
Oh, yeah.
instead. So this is the second one, which again is a more full cover foundation. I'm going to mix it in.
And that one too just mixes
Yeah, so it
really
mixes right
easy.
in. So there you go. So there, that's the second one. So you can see it's a lot lighter now. If I use this foundation full on, it it does cover quite a bit. You can see the coverage
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you
there.
can.
Yeah, you can see. So
Really
if
stretch
I
coverage.
use it with the tinted moisturizer side, it's a lot lighter. So you can
And that's so nice when you
see.
want just something to, even out your skin tone a little bit, but you just don't feel like having a full
Yeah, a full
face
foundation
completely of makeup.
face. Yeah, completely with that.
Yeah.
Um, and you can thin it as much as you want too. Like um, you don't have to use a little bit. You can use less foundation and more cream, and really thin it down so it's just a slight tint to it, and
Yeah.
you're basically using it as a moisturizer that has a slight bit of tint. So even this one, which is the drugstore brand
Hmm.
foundation, you can also thin with this. Um, so you can even make this one uh, thinner than it was, and this one was already not too much of a full coverage, but you can even thin it even more so that it's even lighter
Yeah.
as far as how much it covers. So you can see here you have three different formulations, and all of them mix really easily into the cream, so that you can vary your coverage pretty easily by just using um, less foundation and more cream. Um,
And I've definitely tried to mix my foundations, long ago with a moisturizer. And so often it just
mhm.
either it feels like the moisturizer just takes all the color away or the color takes out any of the moisturizer. It just never quite gels
Yeah.
together. But I've used, because since we get to work here, we've got to use these vanishing creams for a while. And I've mixed
Hmm.
it quite
Hmm.
a lot. And it like feels so nice to put on and then stays really light feeling, and it does just help so much because especially if you have a coverage where the like I'm so pale sometimes with that full coverage that I just look like a scary doll, and
Hmm.
then with this little bit of moisturizer in it, it just thins it out so your still some of your natural color comes through, and it's really
Hmm.
pleasant. So I definitely recommend that. And Louisa asked, would you recommend
Yes.
mixing the foundation with the vanishing cream or just putting it on after applying vanishing cream to the face? It seems like you can do either or,
Yeah,
Louisa.
you can do either or. Definitely, you get a different effect if you actually put it on and then you put on the cream. You're gonna get the full force of the foundation. It's not gonna like thin the foundation if you do that. But if you want to actually change the texture of the foundation so that it's thinner, then you should mix it with the foundation, then put it on, because that's the only way that you're going to change how thick or thin that foundation is. If you put it on the face, it's basically just going to be a primer for the foundation.
And if you use it as a primer, it does because it adds so much moisture. It kind of helps
Yes.
plump the skin a little bit and grip the
Yep.
foundation so that it stays in place better. So it still works great.
Hmm.
It's just, yeah, they're kind of like two different
Hmm.
purposes. So yeah, if you want that lighter coverage, then mix it beforehand.
Yeah.
If you want more of the full coverage, then put it on first and then add your makeup on top of it. Yay,
Yes.
great
Definitely.
question.
Definitely. Definitely.
Wonderful. Um, and do you ever, because I know sometimes it can be hard to find the right even foundation shade for yourself. Do you ever mix
Yeah.
colors in with the Vanishing Cream to like get the right kind of
You
consistency?
can, you can mix in different shades, like put a drop of one and a drop of another if you need to. But also by thinning it, you make the shade a lot friendlier to your tone because it
Yeah,
doesn't have to match exactly right because when you thin it down, you're just you're just kind of giving it a really tiny bit of coverage. So if the color is slightly off, it won't be that noticeable because you don't have that much coverage on anyways.
yeah,
So you can kind of make some foundations work if they didn't work by themselves by just thinning them and using them as a tinted moisturizer instead.
that's great. So yeah, we're saving
Mhm.
saving so much foundation by using
Yeah,
by using the Vanishing
yeah,
Cream for
that's right.
sure.
You can even mix it with powder. I mean, I've seen people mix it with powder as well. So if you have old powder that you want to use, you can certainly take it and then make sure you use like a palette knife or something and really work it into the cream, and you can make, a foundation out of that. Um, Obviously, the texture is not quite the same as if you start with the liquid, but you can use it. So try it if you have some time and you want to play around with it. Try with a bit of powder and see what you get.
Yeah. And weird dream, she said, yeah, the that it's kind of like a more natural or no makeup look. Yeah, when you mix
Right.
the Vanishing Cream
Yes.
with the foundation beforehand, it does absolutely give you more of that kind of
More.
look,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes. Exactly. It's more of a see-through type of thing. So it's more natural. Um, and also, it saves you some money on your foundations because you can stretch them quite a bit longer if you just use a little drop of it to
Yeah,
do your whole face instead of using, several pumps to on a sponge or something like that to put on foundation.
yeah. Yay.
Mhm.
We had some more questions from Instagram. Some of these are about
Yes.
cold cream.
Yeah, I
So,
can I can I can move on to cold cream
oh,
now
sure.
and show some other things as well.
Oh,
We can
great.
talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about cold cream and also how to wash it off or how it washes off. We
Oh,
can talk a
great.
little bit about that as well. All right.
Yay, because
Okay,
one of
so
the
now I have the
questions
cold creamer.
Yay, cold cream. One of the
Yeah.
questions we got a couple times were, can cold cream also be used as a primer?
Not this one. It did in the past, in the
Mhm.
beginning when cold cream was invented, it was used as a primer. People used it underneath makeup, especially theatrical makeup, to be able to have the makeup slide on better
Mhm.
and stick on and make the powder stick on better. But this particular one, because of the fact that it washes off, it's not meant to be kept on the face. This is meant to be washed off.
Mhm.
So this one would not work in that kind of way. It works more as a cleanser and remover than it does as a base for makeup. I would recommend the vanishing cream for that instead. So if you needed a base for the makeup, use the vanishing one. If you want the remover, use the cold.
And I think that's where people are sometimes a little confused because we got a few questions of, can I mix a serum in with cold cream or can I mix like anti-aging something with
No,
cold cream?
no,
Nope,
you can
it's
mix
just a
it. No,
cleanser.
no, yeah, no,
Nope.
no, not with this one. This one is meant to wash off. So no, you can mix
Yeah.
it with this one. You can definitely mix other things in this formula. As you saw, it mixes really well with oils and other things. So yes, if you have like a serum or something else that you want to mix in, uh, mix it in a separate area though. Don't mix it into the jar.
Yeah.
Mix it on your hand or mix it on a palette like this. Um, So mix what you're going to use at the time. So take an amount, put it on your hand, and then put your drops of, serum or anything else.
Mhm.
Mix it and then apply if you'd like. But don't put it into the jar, because then you're adding things in the jar that might change the performance of the cream, and also how long it will last you as fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Let's see. So Catherine asked, does the cold cream
Hmm.
leave a film?
No, it does not leave any film. It washes completely off. It's meant to wash off. As you can see, I'll put some in my hand here, um, so you can
Yeah.
see. I'm gonna wash off. I had makeup on here, so I'm just gonna wash off the makeup. So I'm gonna start rubbing it on here. So here I go. I'm just
And
rubbing it in.
because the classic, the older cold creams, yeah, they would leave that kind of greasiness behind, but
Yes,
that's why
not
ours is
not
different.
not yeah, not this. No. And you have a lot of playing time. You can see that the cream kind of like it will gather all of the dirt and things from as you massage it, or and you have plenty of time to massage everything else. And if you want to do the drainage massage and the massage that it's in the instructions, do so, because it's really really good for your skin. So if you want to try some of the massage while you're taking off your makeup or washing, that's great. But you can see it kind of dissolved everything on my hand, and it
Hmm.
dissolved all the makeup. So now I'm going to go to the bowl and I'm going to put some water in it, and you can see it turns milky the minute that I put water on it. So it turns milky and then it just washes off. So I can wash this completely off.
And if you want to see more, Gabriella last week also took off a bunch of makeup off her hand with cold cream. On our Tuesday video,
Yes,
Janae took off also like a full face of makeup just live with cold cream. So you can see how
yes,
it works. And it doesn't leave anything behind. It's just a cleanser. And yeah, and you can
yes,
see
it is just a
it's like the
cleanser. It
magic
just
trick every time
doesn't.
of like you don't need to scrub it at all. You
No,
just put the
no,
water
you
and
don't
you're
need
just
to
drying
scrub
your
it.
hand.
No. Yeah, you don't need to scrub it. You don't really need to do anything. It just kind of like falls right off. You can see that the water turns milky afterwards, because that's what happens with the cream. It turns milky and then it washes right off, and all your impurities and dirt and that wash off in the water here.
Because one of the questions we got was what's the difference between Pond's cold cream and this cold cream? What are kind of the
Pond's
main?
cool. Yeah, yes. Well, there's a lot of differences.
Yeah.
One of the main ones is Pond's is not a cleanser that dissolves in water. It's still a cream made mainly out of mineral oil. So it's made out of petroleum byproducts, and it's a great skin protectant, and it has a lot of slip, uh, but it doesn't wash off with water. It's meant to repel water, so it doesn't actually dissolve in water. This actually dissolves in water, so there is nothing left. Um, Old-fashioned cold cream, you put it on, and then you had to take it off with a warm towel, and like rub it off, basically the
Yeah.
face. But it would not dissolve the cream. You basically were wiping it away, and it would still leave the residue of the mineral oil behind. Um, this, on the other hand, turns into a milky cleanser when it hits water and it washes off. So there is no residue, and you're not wiping it off, you're washing it off. It actually melts off. So those are the main differences between one and the other uh, of these
Yeah.
creams. Also, the ingredients. We don't use mineral oils. We don't use petroleum products. We don't use parabens either in our formulas. A lot of ponds still do use some parabens. So it depends on really what you're looking for. But this cream has a different function than your old-fashioned cold cream. It's more of a wash-off cleanser than it is just a cold cream that you wipe away.
Exactly. And Pond's is also, they're not cruelty free. They also make things in huge batches
Yes,
because they are such a
yes,
massive place, whereas ours are
yes,
all made small batch so that you're getting something actually incredibly fresh every time you buy one.
yes,
So that helps. And all
yeah,
the,
yeah,
there's like almost no plastic involved in anything, the
right.
room's glass and metal. So all that
Hmm.
stuff, makes a difference.
Yeah, and it's great also because you don't need to rub this. It really just melts right off your face when you put water on it. It melts right off. It's very, very soft, very, very gentle. So it's great on older skin because it doesn't tug anywhere. You don't need to tug. You don't need to rub. You just gently massage and rinse off. So it's very, very gentle around your eyes, especially if you need to remove heavier eye makeup or waterproof mascara, things like this that are hard to remove and would tug around your eye area. This is very, very easy, very, very gentle. So it's easy to remove things without tugging at your skin.
And you can see as Gabriela did it and Janae in the other video, as she's,
Hmm.
it's so light, the kind of rubbing in, it's that very gentle, light
Hmm.
massage, as opposed to that.
Hmm.
I mean, I've now tried to take off eye makeup sometimes where it is just like
Yes.
scrubbing, and that is not necessary.
And even
Louisa
with
had,
those towelettes too, the if you use those
yes,
disposable towelettes, you end up rubbing around the area. You get very irritated. I get very irritated around my
those
eyes, whenever I
those are
use
so
those things.
irritating every time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they're hard, and then you end up with a lot of waste too because you're throwing all these towels in
yeah.
landfills and things. So this is a lot easier on the eye, definitely, because you can put it everywhere and it does not sting.
Yeah. Louisa asked, are these new creams recommended for any particular age group? And this includes the day and night
Mm.
cream. Are they good for wrinkles and blemishes?
Yes, they are good for any age group. Really, anybody can use these creams because they're made with really wholesome ingredients. They have anti-aging ingredients in natural forms, with all kinds of herbs and other naturals. So yes, they are anti-aging. They have a lot of anti-aging benefits as far as antioxidants and really great moisturizers. Um, and so anybody really can use them. If you want something more targeted though, you should probably add it to this. Like if you want like more of a serum or you're looking for more acids or retinols or things like this, I would recommend that you add those as serums or as straight up ingredients because they're more effective that way, and you can just add them to any cream base, and I think they're a better value when you buy them like that as well because they're more concentrated. So if you want those types of ingredients, it's better to buy them separately and to add them than to try and get them in one product because the concentrations are probably different when they make a whole product of it than when you buy it as one type of serum that only has that ingredient. So it doesn't contain those, but you can easily add them. But they're great bases for adding any kind of serums to if you wanted to do that.
Jane asked that she saw cold cream promoted as a moisturizer. Can you also use it like that? And with cold cream, it's not that it is a moisturizer in and of itself, just a moisturizing cleanser. It leaves
Yes,
behind, it doesn't dry out your skin like so many cleansers do, but it's not meant to be
yes,
left on your skin like a
right,
moisturizer.
right. Yeah, this washes off. You need to wash it off. It's not intended to stay on the skin, but it leaves your skin very, very soft
Yeah.
and very, very bright and clean
Yeah.
because it takes away like dead skin cells and other things. So it leaves it really nice looking um, when you wash it with this. But it's intended to be washed off. You don't want to leave this on the skin because that's not what it's intended to do.
And what's nice about it is it really, I mean, it really does get rid of everything. I
Yes.
first used it in the office and I just used it on my hand, and then when I washed it off, my hand, it honest to God looked brighter just from removing just dirt on my hand, just the kind of daily
Yeah.
dirt and such that
Oh
happens.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And other cleansers sometimes that do that clean so deep, then you're left with your skin feeling stretched out, like everything is sucked out of it. And this one
Oh
doesn't.
yeah.
It because it's made of that oil mixture, it allows that moisture to stay in your skin, but then take all the makeup and dirt and stuff away.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's a blend of oils that we use to achieve this. So it's got all kinds of different oils in it, but that are intended to just remove the dirt. They're meant to like
Mhm.
soften and remove the dirt. So they wash off.
Yeah.
But they're very, very effective in doing that. And they don't leave anything behind except really, really soft skin.
We had a question if there would be a gift set option for the Bésame skincare essentials coming out. We had a couple people ask about that.
Later on in the year, we might have some things, and then next year, we're working on mini versions and things like that that you can buy in sets. So we are working on that for next year.
Yay. And also, there will be samples coming out fairly soon
Yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes, yeah, yes. We have samples coming next week. So when
Yay.
you make any purchase on the website, you'll be able to get free samples of all these things, so you can try them at home, give them a whirl, and see how they work for you, and then let us know.
Yay, excellent. And then let's see. Let me know if you guys have any other questions I want to just touch on. I have a few
Yeah.
questions about sensitive skin, if they have redness
Yes.
or breakouts or just really, really sensitive skin. Are the cold
Uh,
and vanishing cream good for that?
these are great for sensitive skin because they're very, very mild, all of them. Like I said, they have no fragrances, so there's nothing in them to irritate your skin. There's no ingredients that really are any kind of irritant in this cream. So they're very, very mild, very, very soft. So they clean really well. And the vanishing cream is extremely, extremely light and watery and really easy to wear. So if you have very, very sensitive skin, it's great for that.
Yay. Uh, for a couple of questions about Disney things, we'll update you
Yes,
as soon as we can. I'm so
yes, we will.
sorry.
I'm so sorry for all the delays, but with all of the situations that are going on right now with COVID, it's very hard to pin down when things will be finished because production is impacted, by having less people working on a line and less people working in our labs. So we are trying to get everything out on time, but some of the things have been impacted by these slowdowns in production. But as soon as we are able to, we will let you know. It will be this year. We will have it this year. We just don't know exactly when it will be released yet.
Yeah, so thank you guys for your patience. I know you're excited, and so are we. We're so excited. So thanks for your
Yes.
patience so much with this year, even though
Oh yeah.
things continue to change. But yeah, there's still slowdowns, and we'll get there soon enough.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
another little side note, Jane did ask if there's ever going to be other false lashes by Bésame.
Yes, we do have some coming for some of the collections. So stay tuned for those. Those are coming in the next year's collections. We have false lashes in some of those. So yes, we will have some other sets coming up.
Yeah. Excellent. Those are our biggest questions for sure. And the last
Awesome.
thing, just to say one more time, the cold, and I know it's of course it's a little confusing because these are creams that
Yes.
are kind of brand new again, even though
Oh,
they're
sure.
been around for a while. But the cold cream, that's just a cleanser. It's to take off your makeup, and
Makeup.
it's the you
Yes.
know the and it's a cleanse your skin. So you don't even have to use
Yes.
another cleanser, just the cold cream. And then vanishing
Yes.
cream is great as a primer or to mix with your
Yes.
foundation to be used as
Yes.
that tinted
Yes.
moisturizer
So
of
yeah,
your
yeah,
choice.
tinted moisturizer like these, or you could just put it on directly as a primer
Yeah.
on your face, or as a just a really nice, very light morning cream too. It's really great for that. It's not doesn't leave a greasy residue, but it feels very watery and fresh in the morning, so it's great on your face. Uh, early on. So
Yay. So let us know. I know some of you guys have already tried the creams, just so exciting, and some of you guys are going to be trying them
yes,
soon. As always, let us know what you think.
yes.
And thank you so much for tuning in once again. If there's anything you ever want to see from Gabriela from these videos, please let us know. You
Yes.
can always leave comments even after the fact because we want to give you all the information you're looking for sure. And oh yes, and last little thing, the towels that people love those towels,
Oh
and
yes,
that's on the
the
website
towels.
now. If you
Yes,
guys want to
yes, they
grab
are.
one for
Yes,
yourself.
yes. Yeah, grab a towel. It's on the site now. So yes, if you like the towels, please. Our hotel towels. Uh, yeah, get a hold of one. They're on the site. They're great for using with your cold cream and taking off your makeup or even washing your face in the morning. So yeah, give them a try.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Gabriela, once again. So
Thank
informative, so
you.
helpful. And thank you all for
Awesome.
watching. It's been another lovely Thursday, and we will see you all again next week. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.